Hey folks, welcome back to part 3 of our playthrough of Ghost of Tsushima. And today I'd like to talk about habits, how hard developing a new habit is, and some tricks to make it easier. Of course, we're going to do that as we play through the game. And by the way, I've played a couple missions since part 2, but I lost the footage. That's not a problem though, because we're here to carry on. So I mainly played one tale, just the first mission of one tale of a lady that lost her family, and she's an archer, and also acquired the heavenly strike skill. So pretty much, there was a duel with another swordsman, and as we fought, I just observed him and learned this technique. So if I press, I think it's circle and triangle, you do this. That's heavenly strike, and it uses resolve. So, all right, here we go. Let's start this one. Let's see what happens.
So many dead. But there's no blood. What happened?
A plague, my lord. Dead bodies were dumped in the well, and these people unknowingly drank from it.
A terrible way to die. We
Oh,
should bury
shit.
the dead.
Burning them is the only way to keep the plague from spreading. But I fear that may not be enough. One of the sick is missing.
I'll find him.
There are footsteps leading away from here. I believe he ran for help.
If he's alive, I'll get him to a healer. Otherwise, I'll burn the body.
Okay, so let's check the footsteps. Let's see where this leads. That way. By the way, I found a fox here. I was looking around, testing some things with OBS, and I found this fox, and I followed to the den, which is somewhere around that area over there. It's not too far away. And you just get a minor charm, or a minor charm slot, I think, for doing that. So habits. During Christmas, I gifted a book to a friend of mine. Actually, a couple books. Actually, a handful of books. And he told me that reading is a habit that he lost a long time ago. And he welcomed the books. It was something he was interested in, but he was afraid that he might not end up reading them. He was just being honest, right? Hey, I want to try it. I will try it, but you know how these things go. So we talked about it, and it's you can be moralist and say, well, just read. You should just sit down and read. Find a time. That's not very helpful though, because we all try to do new things. We all fall off the wagon. I do that all the time. And throughout my life, that's one of the pet peeves of mine. Trying to figure out, how do we solve that? How do we, because every now and then you want to adopt a new habit, like you want to eat better, right? You want to take care of your nutrition, or perhaps you want to start exercising. All of those happened to me, by the way. I wanted to eat better. I wanted to get back in shape. I wanted to start exercising daily. I wanted to start reading more. I do audiobooks, and that counts as reading, but I don't know, for me, looking at an actual book, helps me, at least, to memorize things better, recall things better after sometimes. I don't know, just learn better. This is the one we wanted to do to get the armor. And but I'm not going to be, again, a moralist and say the only way to do it, or a purist, is to read an actual book. If you're doing audiobooks, you're cheating. I don't care, dude. You want information, find a way to get information. That's it. That's just it. It doesn't matter how. If it works for you, it works for you. So anyway, health is another thing where exercise and nutrition come into play big time, right? And even mentally, I found that exercising helps me a lot. That apparently that's been confirmed for a long time by medicine, but I'm not a doctor. I don't know, but just anecdotally, it helps me. So anyway, back to the conversation I was having with my friend. I just talked to him and said, hey, here's the thing you should do, man, because let me tell you how I started exercising every day, because that's something that worked for me. And I started adopting this, I don't know, you could call it a protocol, if you will, or methodology. Who cares? If every time I tried to start, like, you know, you watch a video and there's this guy talking about exercising and it's highly motivational, and you, man, I'm pumped, I want to do it. And then you start doing it. Maybe you buy a bunch of equipment, and I did that as well. And then, because if I buy this equipment, I'll do it, because the equipment is there and it's gonna make it easier for me to exercise. You know, you put a lot of faith in it. Having that, it's all you needed. That's what's missing. That's why you didn't do it, because it was hard before. But with this, now it's gonna be easier. And it turns out that's not really how it works. At least not for me. It may work for a while. Like, motivation works for a while, but it's not the same as discipline, right? And it's not the same as routine and habit. The power, like, there's a book actually called Power of Habit. Like, read it if you want. It's a really good book. It talks about how to develop new habits, about cues, and how to, you know, read the book. I'm not gonna do it justice. I'm just gonna talk about, let's say, cheat codes, if you will, that work for me. So I told him, again, here's how I did. I got myself an aero bike, and I decided that I was gonna do one session of hit training. Like, say, 4 minutes on the bike, you do 20 seconds on, 20 seconds off, and you keep repeating that 8 times. You know, the usual hit training that you do on aero bikes. And I pretty much negotiated with myself and said, dude, it's 4 minutes, right? There's just no excuse. There's no excuse to not do it. Oh, but I have a meeting in 5 minutes. Great. You're going to do it and have 1 minute to spare. You can still, like, go take a pee and wash your hands, if you will. And so there's no excuse. So that's the thing that worked for me. Start small. Start humble. Like, you're not going to become an athlete overnight. Every time I tried it, at least I failed. And even if you keep on the progress, it's not going to happen overnight.
They're just as desperate as
So I suggested him read one page, just one page, nothing else. One page every day. You wake up before you go out to work, you read one page. It's going to take you what? 2 minutes, 3 minutes tops. Like, there's absolutely no excuse. So it's not like you need a lot of willpower to do it. You just, yeah, I'll do it. It's gonna suck, but because, you know, it seems foolish. Well, man, it's just one page. How is it gonna suck? Well, you'd be surprised, man. That's the reason why we fail, right? Actually, I forgot what's going on in the game. I'm just gonna follow the wind. And yeah, and that's why we fail. Like, it comes to a point where if you're not used to doing it, you just don't keep doing it. And so I told him, start small, one page every day, and that's it. Just keep doing. And well, he decided to give it a try, and turns out it's working so far, right? It was something that happened over Christmas, so like 2 months ago, not even, and it's still working. And eventually, I said, you increase it as you feel more, as it doesn't feel like a struggle, if you will, to get started. you slowly increase what you do, and let's say eventually you do 3 pages a day, or you do more than one session, or and then eventually 5 pages, and all of a sudden you're reading 1 chapter a day. But try not to think about what's going to happen over time, because you may get overwhelmed from the start. You're like, dude, I can barely do 1 page, like, and you start thinking about a chapter, and you start visualizing yourself in that situation, and it starts sucking right now, even though that's not what you're doing, right? So don't fall into that trap. Is that the one? Search for the stolen food. Should be around here somewhere, I guess. Oh, here.
Right. Must be the food.
So focus on today, right? Focus on right now. Okay, I think I have to take it back. Focus on right now, and just take 1 step each day, and eventually you'll get there. But don't worry about it. Just follow the process. Just have faith that it's gonna work. And for me, so far, it hasn't failed, right? So that's something I would suggest trying. I'm not saying it's the only way. I'm not saying it's gonna work for you, but for me, it works. It works great. Like I always think, oh, I don't have the discipline. Well, that's a start. We all got to start somewhere. The same with exercising. So I started with that bike, doing the bike 4 minutes. That's it. It's not gonna, I'm not gonna get ripped doing that. I'm not gonna shed a lot of weight doing that. But it's a start. It sets you on the path. The journey has to start somewhere. They say a journey with 1,000 steps starts with the first one, right? So that's the first one for me.
Don't deserve food at a time like this, my lord.
And then,
Besides,
I bought myself a squat rack, and I decided, okay, I'm gonna do 1 set
I'm sorry.
of 1 exercise for 1 muscle
I
every
won't do
day.
it again.
But I'm gonna do it every day. But that's it, 1 set. I know it's not a fitness program, but that's not my concern right now. The goal is to become fit. The goal is to exercise every day, but that's not the problem I struggle with right now. The problem I struggle with right now is being able to keep doing it, not quitting. And I decided to do it incrementally. So that's the place I'm in right now in my journey. So I'll just do it. One set, 1 exercise. It takes what? 20 seconds, 30 seconds, perhaps, maybe 1 minute, not even. So it's not like I dreaded doing it, right? It's not like I woke up and said, oh God, I have to do all that. God damn it. And no, I just, whatever, I'll do it and move on. And as I started feeling more comfortable with it, I decided, okay, I can add a little bit more. So I added, so let's bench press, let's add bench pressing, and then let's add some rowing for the back. And so I went until I got to a point where I was doing 1 set of 1 exercise for each muscle group every day. It's not great. It's not a fitness program again, but it is better than nothing. It's better than just hoping that one day you'll do it. So hope is not a plan, as they say, right? So I was getting somewhere, I was expanding the program, if you will. And then eventually I got to a point where I decided, okay, I'm comfortable enough. I think I can break it down. Like, the amount of time I'm spending exercising every day is the same as if I were doing like a proper program, if you will. So eventually I switched my plan to, okay, I'm gonna do proper sets for every single for different muscle groups in different days. And since then it just worked out, Every now and then you fall off the wagon and you just have to well, we'll talk about it. But it's working. You know, I'm getting somewhere, if you will, and I'm happy with it. I really am. Like, I'm achieving something that I never did before. I've never been a person that exercises or does sports regularly, and it's been helping me a lot, right? With mental clarity, with just like feeling great, like feeling good, you know, feeling like you have energy. Something that at some point I had none. Like, at some point I woke up feeling like I wanted to go back to bed, regardless of how much I slept at night. And that's horrible, man. That's a horrible feeling. Like, you feel completely useless. You feel like, God damn it, am I even alive? So anyway, I got to that point of what I was doing, different muscle groups each day. So let's say, you know, the usual legs, push and pull thing. So one day you do legs, the other day you do push exercises, the other day you do pull, and it's been working great for me. I've done the same thing for dieting. Like, I'm eating much better now. I started like controlling the food I eat, like planning the foods I'm gonna eat, and you know, it's a different thing. Like, as far as habits are concerned, it's a different strategy. So, but for reading and for exercising, if you will, sorry, it's hard to play the game and talk at the same time and think. So every now and then I'm gonna take a pause for a moment. But yeah, it's working. It works great. It works great for those things. At least for me. And but then every now and then you get to a point where you start expanding, like exercises, for instance. You start doing more and more. You decide, oh, I'm gonna add this exercise, or I'm gonna work out for longer, or I'm gonna start running as well, and you know. But it gets to a point where you're kind of overconfident about what you can do. At least happened to me. I'm not gonna say that happens with everybody. I don't know. All I have is my experience to share. And then that's a dangerous trap, because when you get to that point, it happened to me before, where you feel bad, you feel guilty, you feel like, oh, I thought I got this, but it's not working. Well, where do I have to go? Oh, I have to find a musician. And I tried and I failed, and I think I'm just not built for this. You start feeling guilty. You start feeling bad about it. You start feeling ashamed for not being able to do it. And what I found out, and eventually you just quit. Like, you silently quit. You start coming up with an excuse that you tell your wife or your girlfriend or your kids or your friends. You start saying, oh, well, yeah, but there's this thing here, and that's why it's not working, and because of this I cannot do it, or because of work, or this or that. No, dude, you're just being overwhelmed. You're doing too much.
Sounds like you have an interesting tale to tell. But I'm surprised
You haven't built up to that point just yet. So you're doing more than you have gotten used to, than your discipline allows for, if you will. What do? What worked for me is throttle back. Be humble enough to just throttle back. Just say, hey, I'm doing too much. I'm not there yet. I'll throttle back. I'll go back to my humble initial plan. Maybe not that much, but somewhere in there. And that's a way for you to get back on track and get back to the point where you don't feel overwhelmed anymore. And then you start slowly incrementing it back again, throttling up. So I'm a computer scientist, and there's the internet. This might seem completely unrelated, but I'll make a point. I'll try to make it quick. The internet runs on a protocol suite called TCP/IP, right? So there are more protocols, but I'll just talk about TCP. TCP is a transport protocol. It's a way to say, I gotta send bytes, I gotta send data from this computer to that computer, right? And it breaks the data down into different packets, right? It's as if I have a letter, but I'm gonna break that letter down into different pieces of paper that I have to glue together later when you receive all the parts of the letter. But I cannot send all the letters at the same time, so I'm gonna break it down into different pieces, and I'm gonna send them individually. Perhaps I'll do them through the same through the post office, all of them all at the same time, or perhaps I'll send a few through FedEx and a few through UPS, and so it goes. It doesn't matter as long as you receive it in the end and you're able to reconstruct the original message. That's fine. And there's something called bandwidth that most people who use the internet are definitely, I would assume, familiar with it. So bandwidth is pretty much how much data you can send at a given time, right? Where's the wind going? That way. What do I have to do? Travel to the northern azimuth. Okay, I'll do that. And let's say you're sending the letter, but think not as letter, or think of a movie or a video that takes up like gigabytes of data, but you can only send a few kilobytes every time. So you send a few kilobytes and they arrive at the other side. But let's say you start sending too much, and you don't have enough bandwidth for that. So all of a sudden, some packets get dropped, right? And well, I couldn't send that part. I don't know, it just didn't get there. I didn't have enough space to keep it until I was able to send it back. And is this the place? No. So I just dropped it. So there's a mechanism. It's called control flow. That might be another name. That's the one I remember off the top of my head. It's or congestion control rather. That you can find out the optimum bandwidth to send stuff, so that you send as fast as possible, but no faster. So there are also different strategies for doing that, but the most simple one to understand is this. So I don't know how much bandwidth there is, because even if you pay for, I don't know, one gigabyte internet, doesn't mean that you're gonna get 1 gigabyte internet at all times. So depending on usage, like in the region or in your neighborhood or in your building, at times you may be able to send less, at times you may be able to send more. So even if you know how much you pay for, you may not be able to use that bandwidth, right? So the computer has to kind of figure out how much you're able to send. So one way to do that is, well, send something. Start small, right? And then if it works, you send a little bit more. Let's say a constant amount more, or maybe you double the amount of data you send. So let's say you start doubling, because you want to figure out very fast how much you can send. So you double the amount of data you send, and if it works, you double it again and again and again, and at a point you will reach a point that either you're done sending the data or you're sending too much, and your internet cannot keep up with it. Your internet provider rather cannot keep up with it. So it's gonna fail. It may drop packets. So when that happens, you're like, okay, I'm sending too much. So throttle back. Perhaps you go back to the initial point, or perhaps you just send half of what you did, or perhaps you go back. You could send back or send a little bit less. Doesn't matter, as long as you send less than you did last time. And then you start doing it again. You start incrementing slowly until you figure out the point, and so it goes. So you keep going up and down, going up and down, going up and down until you figure out the sweet spot. It's the same thing with developing habits, right? You start slow, or rather, this strategy, if you will, that I was suggesting my friend, start slow, and you keep scaling up until you can't scale up no more. And if you start failing, if you figure out that you fell off the wagon, you throttle back, you be humble about it, and you do it again, and you keep going up again until you figure out that it doesn't work, and then you throttle back, and eventually you find a sweet spot. You will find a routine that works for you. So, it's a strategy. I suggest you try if you want, if you're interested. Perhaps it's not going to work for you. Perhaps it will. There's only way to find out. If you're struggling with developing new habits, maybe give it a try, right? Maybe not. It's up to you. Like, you should be your own boss. You should be your own, your own person. Use your own judgment to figure out what's the best way forward. So, also something else that helps a lot is find a good support structure. Like, if you have family or close friends, and they're they want the best for you, and they want to help, and they want things to work out for you, tell them, this is what I'm trying, and I it's not a question of if, it's a question of when I fall off the wagon. Oh, I have to look at this. I will not be able to pay attention to it right now while I speak, so I'll try. And when I fall off the wagon, help me be humble about it. Help me restructure my day and my that way. Restructure my day and my habits so that I can try it again, not quit, and eventually get it right. So a good support structure goes a long way. Another thing is, maybe you have a specific goal, like current goal, like you want a new job and you want to set up a study schedule, or you just want to get fit, or you have you're training for some jiu-jitsu, for instance, and you're training for the championship, and you just want to get a routine to train harder and get ready, or I don't know, some goal in life, or some long-term goal about who you want to be and where you want to get to, or some purpose. And when that's the case, it helps a lot if the habit you're trying to develop aligns with that goal or that purpose, because then you have like free motivation, if you will. You don't need that video that you saw on the internet that motivated you, because motivation is unreliable. But goals and purpose, they're a different beast, right? They're kind of part of you in a way. So that helps as well. And if you can find, like talking back about support structures, if you can find someone who has the same goals as you, who wants to get to the same place as you, that helps as well, because like you and that other person will keep each other in line, especially if you work together. It's like, oh, I don't want to go to the gym today, I don't feel like it, but that other person is saying, no, we're going to the gym because I feel like going to the gym, and you're my training buddy, so I need you. So that helps as well. It's part of the support structure, but it's not just because that person cares about you. It's also because they want to get to the same place or to a similar place, and your goals align with them, right? So they have one more incentive for you, not only them, but for you to also get to where you want to go. So that's very powerful. And also at the same time, like sometimes there are people in your life that are toxic. Perhaps they're jealous, perhaps they're just not great people, and they want you to fail. Like there are people like that, unfortunately. That might not be your case, and if it's not your case, great, but it might be your case. So sometimes we try to be too good towards other people, and we try to be too lenient and to our detriment. Every now and then, I'm not saying always, but every now and then you should, think about yourself as well. Like, think about what's best for you as well, not only for others. It's great to be selfish. It's great to think about other people, but do not ignore yourself, because you cannot help others if you don't help yourself first. If you don't have what it takes to help them, if you will. And what else? Oh yeah, sometimes there are some bad habits that you want to avoid. And you know, there's that group of people that, I don't know, let's say you're addicted to something, and you have your buddies that are always with you when you engage in that activity. That's not very helpful, you know, because every time you meet them, it's like a cue to to start engaging the behavior that you're trying to avoid. So you might have to either, I don't know, get them on the path, if you will, get them to also want to quit whatever destructive behavior it is, or you may have to distance yourself from those people. And sometimes we don't want to, because we like them, or we share a past together, or we share experiences, or, you know, you share a portion of your life with them. But, you know, it's up to you. It's about your values, your priorities. And sometimes it's even best for them, because think about it. You may be that person for them as well. You may be the one that triggers the bad habit in them. And sometimes distancing yourself from them, even if temporarily, can help both of you quit whatever bad habit or destructive habit you folks have, so that eventually you can come back together and you know, be in a better place,
My lord,
if you will.
have you come to help the Azamo League too?
I think that's
I've
kind of what I had to
Farmers
talk
and
about it.
fishermen
I don't know.
banded together to
I'm
fight the
speaking off the top of my head
Mongols.
right
I've come
now.
from Ariake to train
Um,
them.
I had some notes on topics I wanted to cover, but that's
They were
about it.
supposed to meet me here
Um,
hours ago. I was
but anyway,
supposed to look for them.
If struggling with developing new habits is something that is afflicting you right now, perhaps give it a try, or think about it, but don't think too hard. You know, sometimes quite often actually, action trumps thinking or planning too much.
Their leaders
Sometimes
stay
we
far
plan too much, we think too much about things, but we do nothing. I think it was Bruce Lee who once said, willing is not enough, one must act.
now,
right? So
riding with a real
that's kind of the
So
message.
you know how to fight and handle a horse.
My village
All
was
right,
constantly
now let me
raided
think
by
about what's
pirates.
going on in the game. I may have to go back to this place
My
and
parents were
find
young.
that
I learned to defend myself.
the thing on the note,
Feel
on the
some
map, if you
pain
will.
and hardship,
Um,
and be of use to
but let's do
others.
this mission here now.
You're not so different from a
Let's see
summer.
where we get.
There's a fire up ahead.
The farmhouse.
Oh damn, man, this game is so well
Cut them
made.
down.
I don't know. I like this style of story-driven open world games. I'm not sure if this is called a sandbox game or not. But I like this type of game where you have a big degree of there's story, there are quest lines, but you still have a great degree of freedom to choose what to do. And you know, I'm not the type of guy who cares that much about graphics. I appreciate it. Like I you know, I appreciate good graphics and
These
good
are the
art,
men I was supposed to
but
meet.
I'd rather have
If the Mongols found
playability.
them, they could have
You know,
found the
the-
main force too.
I should have come
I think that's why a lot of people
Still
are
warn
playing
the others.
pixel art games that kind of look
Hear that?
ugly,
They might have
but they
found the main force.
play well.
We have to help
That's
them.
me.
Hurry, my lord.
Wait.
For instance, I like The Binding of Isaac. It's a game that I like a lot, and it doesn't look great, but it plays great. Oh yeah, where's the woman going? That way? Yeah. Hey, I'm here. Hold on. It's gonna reset. Whatever. because it's about like the gameplay aspect of it is good. Even though the graphics, I don't get me wrong, it's the graphics are fine for pixel art, but they're not this. They're not like, they're not trying to make realistic looking visuals. Thank God, because that game is kind of, it's kind of twisted, but it's a good game.
Too late.
It's satisfying to play. There's strategy involved. There's a lot going on in
Can't
there.
save everyone.
Then I will avenge the dead.
The samurai remains calm.
But anyway, I think this game looks great.
Wait.
And so far, I'm in the beginning of the game, but so far it plays good. I haven't explored too much of the skill tree. I'm getting there. So I think I have the water stance. I think that's good against shields. Yeah. Whoa. It's like the game is listening to me. Oh crap. Okay. It's kind of scary. And it might be. Who knows? These days, man. It's not like speech-to-text technology was invented yesterday, right? Nor or natural language processing. Yeah, I'm half kidding, by the way. But yeah, it wouldn't be hard to listen to the microphone, translate that to text, and detect keywords like, oh, he said stance or water stance. So
We did it.
present a tutorial if
You have skill.
he hasn't been using water stance
Don't the
lately.
Mongols anger
Yeah,
you?
it's pretty easy to do that these days. There's a bunch of libraries and frameworks to do like voice recognition.
I should return home. Learn to master my emotions.
Yeah, just Google speech to text,
People like you.
and you will find a lot of utilities that
I
do
will,
that.
my lord.
There are even open source libraries that would do that for you. You can do that in pretty much any programming language. I don't suppose that's what's going on here, by the way. I'm just rambling. But yeah. It wouldn't be too far-fetched. It might actually be quite clever to do that. Or, of course, let people decide if they want to opt in to have their conversations listened to, and you don't have to send it to another server to recognize speech. You can run I think they do it using neural networks. I'm not sure, but you can train. I'm not sure if you would need to train a neural network. I'm not an expert in the area, but you can pretty much have it locally running here in the game, and just use a neural network to detect, to translate speech to text. You don't have to send data anywhere, although companies would probably want to do that. Even for just quality assurance purposes, like you want to know that your system is doing well. I'm not gonna advocate for one way or the other. I know how it can be misused, but I also know how it can't be used to improve the quality of your program. And at the end of the day, either you trust the companies or you don't. Right, there's not much else you can do other than figure out if whether companies are trustworthy or not. Oh, let me do the bamboo here. And meanwhile, I'm gonna look at the. Yeah, so the bamboo strike, I think it's in that thingy. Am I going the right direction? Because then I can close this. Yeah, so let me track this one. And so you should be able. Oh, okay. So there's that house, and then I go to a violet flower field that overlooks the house and the cave. And I either go to the cave or yeah, okay. I kind of have an idea of what to look for. So that's the that's the top of the drawing. This might be the bottom of the drawing. Maybe not. Maybe so. Or maybe up there. We'll see. Maybe I'm too far. What about this? Yeah, no. So it has to be. I have to be in a flower field. So I think I'm too far away. I have to look for a flower field. And there's this statue on a rock. So let's go down there and see if I can find this statue. Is there a place where I can go down here? Perhaps here. Hey, dude, you're acting weird for it. Is that a deer or what is that supposed to be? Okay, so I assume that's the flower field. What is it that I have to look for? I'm sorry. I'm rambling about random stuff, and I'm not focusing on the story or on the game. The music told story about legendary warrior. Seems a single-handed defeated Zamu Bey using a suit of armor blessed by the kami. If this armor still exists, it may be at a place known as a Violet Crown, north of Azamo. Okay, so I assume it's in that cave. So it's up there, I believe. This may or may not be the house in the picture. It kind of looks like it. So perhaps there's a... So there... Oh, behind the trees. Okay, so let's look behind these trees. Because there might be a violet flower field. I just want to find this place. I could look it up. I don't want to. I want to explore a little bit. You know, maybe I should be using my horse. I should be close. Oh, there's the bird. Bird is a word in front of me, so it usually sends me to missions. Let's see if there's a mission here. There is a mission here. I'll keep doing missions. Maybe I'll find this place on the way.
Is everything all right?
Would you care to join me for a cup of tea?
Sure, I like tea.
Tea. This is the famed Key Sake Brewery of Ozumo.
Please. This way.
Sure. Let's start a new tale. So is it a sake brewery? Tadori. Yeah. Yeah. It's just saying, hey, you stopped that. So now the message is, the goal now is... You close it in my face.
Apologies, my lord. I couldn't speak freely out there.
Yeah, apologies accepted, but it was rude. I'm gonna grab some leather here just because you did that.
The Mongols have been here?
They've been drinking us dry.
I can't fault their taste. Key sake is the pride of Tsushima.
Especially compared to that horse piss they drink.
I think it's mare's milk.
Oh, I saw something like that in a documentary about Mongolia.
Soon.
Take your workers and hide. I'll deal with the Mongols.
I'm not sure if it was mare's milk. I think it was a different animal. I don't remember, but yeah.
Need to find a good
Well,
spot
it's
for an
milk.
ambush.
Everyone, gather round. We need to get behind the brewery.
I'm not sure if it's good or not, but it might be good for you.
Our relationship with the Mongols.
Let's grab some loot. Oh, that's not loot. No. I want the loot. Like this. That loot. I don't think I'm saying that properly. Because it might be... I might be mispronouncing it like the musical instrument. The one that looks like a mandolin. Loot. I don't know. I'll look it up later. So do I kill them all? Do I observe them? Do I just scout? Just follow them? What's going on here? Yeah, I just killed them all.
Send your best warrior.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go stealthy. That's not honorable. That's not the samurai code. Yeah. What's up? Touch him up, Senpu kick. Yeah, I have the water stance now, dude. What is this? Stone stance, water stance, stone stance. Yeah, stone stance is for swordsmen, I think. Didn't I? Are there more Mongols? Oh, there are more Mongols. So, bang it today. Nope. Oh. Yeah, so that red flash is pretty much saying you cannot block. I also have one of those. And they do it like this, just like you. I can do it too. Two can play that game. Okay, am I done here? Oh yeah, there's more. So... Heavenly Strike. Yeah. Oops. Yep. And suffering. Oh shit. Oh yeah, ninja. Ninja. Ooh, there's a lot of folks here. No, you don't. Am I using... I should be using the stone stance with that dude. Okay. You know what? Here's for you. Whoa. Wait, I didn't hit it? Yeah, take that. Wasps. Oh, it didn't affect them. But this will. Mm-hmm. Okay, now they're all gone. Wait.
Well done, my lord.
Yeah, let me loot first. You didn't do shit. So be quiet while I loot those guys. And well, that's kind of my job
The Mongols will
or
be
my
back.
responsibility,
Don't
you know, to
return.
Can you
take
stay?
care of
You
the
can
weaker.
drink as much
So
sake as you like.
I better be
Beyond
more
the house.
respectful toward the lady.
Try the
It's not
golden
honorable
temple,
to.
Inariete. Many have found
Yeah.
refuge.
Oh damn!
Thank you, my lord.
Sorry, I almost spilled my drink here. Not quite, but almost. Okay, again, I gained some points. Charm of resolve. Okay, so let's equip stuff. Hidden sight. Stop continue damage. Increase the resolve gains. Yeah, let's take this one. Techniques. Oh yeah, let's take a look here. Evasive strikers for those slow moving enemies. Oh, this is cool. I'll take this one. Sprint toward your enemy and slash them with a quick strike. Sure. This one's cooler. Was it circle? Yeah. Circle while sprinting. Yeah, so sidestepping. It's like. Okay. So let's get back to that quest, shall we? I keep looking at shinies, and I want to do other stuff. Like, for instance, I just saw this on the map, and I want to go there so bad. I'm not gonna, though. Legends Storyteller. What is that? I don't know. Okay, I want to go this here first. Let's go there. Okay, let's get there. Cause I found this. I found that last time. It's pretty cool. It's like the Guitar Hero of Ghost of Tsushima, if you will. It's yeah, it's pretty cool. I imagine most people have already seen or played this game. This is the first time I'm playing through it. But yeah, pretty cool. Oh, there it is. Whoop! That was a jump. That was a jump, I say. All right. Okay, look at this. You have to press that sequence. This one is easy. Oh. Okay, I'll try it again. Oh, it's square. I pressed circle, not square. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I need it. I did it. I think I've been inside this house. You know what? I'll just go there. I'll just move over there and first here. Stand off.
Stand and fight.
And then I'll go over there in that mountain.
Sure you don't want to run away.
Yeah, there you go. You done. Whatcha? He gone.
Take him.
Oh, I should have tried the new moves. That's fine. I've forgot to, but that's all right. So this is the violet field. Here. No, wait. Am I not tracking this track location? Showing journal. Find locations shown on the map. Yeah, where's the map? Here. So there should be trees and then a rock, and behind the rock there should be, yeah, screw them. There should be the armor. So should be somewhere here. I think. Guess. Wonder. Question mark. Perhaps there. Who knows? And then after checking this rock, I may have been here already. Pretty sure I did. Or that one. I'll check this one first. I'll take my horse. Thank you very much. Yeah, so not here. Oh, there it is. Okay. Uh-huh. So here's the... Okay, here's the statue. Or whatever this is called. And then there's the mountain. There's the house. And I think it's there. Okay, so like trace an perpendicular line from between this and this. Yeah, that's roughly where I am. Okay, I'll check behind this. Nothing here. Okay, so I'll just move over there. Hey, horsey. Come on, bud. There you go. Alright, so I found the statue. Yeah, I assume it's that way. Those were the guys that were fighting the bear? Question mark? Oops. Okay, so... Okay, is that one of the moves? Okay. Water stance against this guy. And stone stance against this guy. Oops. Heavenly strike. Yep. He gone. Okay, water stance. Alright. And now you. Ooh, that was cool. Alright. Ninja!
Help me!
Sure, dude.
You're going to be all right.
Yeah, you'll be fine. By the way, do you have some bubble gum?
Crossroads north of Tsutsu. They take everyone who passes by.
They're controlling their roads to capture travelers and put them to work.
Is there anything that can stop them?
I'll try. But avoid that crossroads for now.
Yeah, dude, just you know, be smart about it. Not gonna tell you not to go, but yeah, be smart about it. Rumored location added. I'm not gonna do the shiny right now. Just wanna know where it is. Okay, yeah, they're just letting me know. Hey, there's, you know, if you wanna check it out, if you're ever in the area and you wanna check it out, hey, you could, in theory, you know, perhaps, you know, someday
More violet chrysanthemums.
get there.
Adayuri's rest could be close. If there's too sheer to climb,
Mm-hmm.
must be another way in.
There must. There was a... Yeah, the cave. Or something. Is this it? Ah, we'll see. It feels like it. Maybe I need the... I don't know. I think there's a grappling hook in this game. I saw some pictures. I'm not sure if there is. But maybe I need that. Question mark. I might. Okay, there's a... Yeah, okay, dude, you do that. You do that at another time. There's a road here. There's a climbing thingy here. Yeah, I know. Just go. You don't need to stop and tell me every single time. So, do I need to track the quest every time I want to look at that map? I have a feeling that I'm past the place where I'm supposed to go to get the armor. You know, there's that. I don't think that's it, but let's do it.
Challenge me. That fear I see in your eyes.
Yeah, sure. What y'all? What y'all? Yeah.
Time to fight!
Yeah, he gone. He gone. Wasn't there? I thought there was a chest or something here. Apparently not. So, there's flour over there. Let's bring that map again. Show on map. What if I track an untracked location? Untracked tail, track tail. Because I want the thingy.
Murdered.
Yeah. The small map, the one that I swiped left to show, it's not showing. Yeah, you guys move. Yeah, maybe I have to go back down there. Where I am? Where am I? So it was somewhere in... Oh, it's... I already know where it is. Okay. I have quote unquote found the place. I just cannot climb it. Yeah. Probably that plateau over there, or whatever that thing is called. Whoops! Yeah, too high a jump. Okay, there's steps. Is this it? No. Okay. Is it that way? No. Is it that way? Yes. So I have to find a way in. Not through here. Maybe here. Not there. Maybe here. We'll see. You know, it's working so far. So far, so good, said the turkey in the first week of November. Is it? Yeah. Should be in there. Should be here. Ah, come on. Bullshit. We all know that.
Tadayori's rest.
I think maybe the dude is buried here. Maybe he's not buried.
His graves, I
Maybe
think,
he's
is
here.
Same incense from the Violet Crown. Lit recently. The emblem of Clan Nagao. Tadayori's clan.
Nagao. Wasn't I looking for a dude from that clan? Nagao? I think so. Whoops. What is this? Supplies. Okay. Let's check the house, shall we? Hey, knock first, dude. Okay. Wait. There was a corner that I didn't check. Oh, it's the other door. Right, what is it that I'm supposed to do here? Show me journal. Investigate the cemetery. Am I not tracking the tail? Yeah, so I have to investigate further. Oh, here.
Time's rushing river slows. Tadayori's mind at rest. One drawn bow pierces many.
What are you doing here? Leave
Okay.
this place.
I'm not here to fight. I am Jin Sakai, nephew of Lord Shimura.
You're a liar and a thief. Defend
Yeah,
yourself.
I kind of, you know, grabbed some stuff in there. But I didn't intend to fight. Although, she's too hasty. I'm Sakai Jin. I don't think I'm gonna draw. Maybe I will.
I don't want to kill you. Stop!
Yeah, see the reflexes? Yeah. I know.
How dare you trespass on Tadayori's sacred ground! You dishonor Tadayori's legacy, thief!
Yeah.
We should be fighting Mongols, not each other.
You're nothing but a
true.
dirty scavenger!
Hey. Oops. Yeah, she's not bad. I'm Sakai Jin.
You know how to use that stolen blade.
Perhaps, just perhaps, it's not stolen. You know.
Hold, my lord.
Oh, now you want to talk.
My name is Kaede. Last of Tadayori's line.
Now you believe me.
I heard the samurai were all killed. Assumed you were a scavenger.
I'm no thief. But I seek your ancestors' armor.
And you deserve to wear it, Lord Sakai.
Alright.
But the armor is lost.
And you
Drink
have no
some
way to find
protein
it.
here.
There is a line from an old scroll. Tadayori watches over Azamo Bay for eternity. I suspect it's a clue to where he hid the armor.
Oh, so up the mountain I was going for.
Tadayori's armor gave him great speed and deadly aim.
It's not the
Wear it
armor,
in defense of the
it's the
innocent,
training.
as he once defended Azamo Bay.
Watching over Azamo Bay could mean the cliffs behind town.
Yeah. Travel to Azamo Bay. Where is Azamo Bay? There is Azamo Bay, and it's pretty far. Major legend increase. Let's do this one. Let's fast travel here. You know what? I think we're good for today. So next time we're gonna pick up from this spot. And but for now, Um, thanks to everybody who came here. And let me know down in the comments, like, if you ever struggled with acquiring and keeping new habits. If there are any goals in your life right now that you're having difficulty achieving, like, and let's start a conversation. There might be interesting topics for us to talk about. Maybe we can learn from you guys. Maybe we have something to offer. We'll see. At the end of the day, nothing like building a community, right? So, please like if you did like the video and the conversation. Subscribe for new content. And thank you, everybody. Take care.